We, I have tried to reach out to anybody who researches AI psychosis. I've tried to reach out to, and the reason that I'm doing that is because the top doctor people who are speaking about this have the wrong impression. I have heard from multiple entities that they think that someone who has a delusion enjoys the mirror of AI telling them that their delusion is true. I want to be clear about this. There is a difference between the one who wants the mirror to enforce the delusion and the one that does not want the mirror to enforce the delusion. And I think this needs to be said because I've not heard top doctors. I've not heard. Maybe they've said it and I just wasn't present, but I've not heard any top doctors talking about the other side of the coin. The person who does have a mental illness but does not want a delusion mirror. All right, so here I am. I'm here for you to understand. Now, the way we can tell the difference is, does this person sign themselves in for treatment voluntarily? If a patient comes to your doctor office and says, look, I keep seeing a unicorn in the corner of the room, but the laws of physics tell me it's not there. So since the laws of physics tell me it's not there, can you just make me not see it anymore? Because it's really distracting and I would like to drive my car without these impossible things in my way. If your client comes to you voluntarily, they're not looking for a mirror for their delusions. Now, if a client enjoys believing the unicorns are real, he is going to walk over to the unicorn and pet it and try to give it a bowl of water, and you will see him interacting with something that's not there. But the person who has the laws of physics in their brain and knows that there's no unicorn cannot control the hallucination exists, but the delusion does not exist. You understand? A hallucination that is outside of your control is different than deciding it must be true. Okay? So, I've tried to explain this since the 1980s, before there was AI. There was no AI when I noticed this because I got hit by a car in the year 1985. And immediately after, I started to see impossible things that are not within the realm of reality. And it was never that I thought those things were there. It was that I did not understand, why am I processing information differently now? Why, dogs don't fly, unicorns don't exist. And if you have this cartoon kind of crap in your way, it's much harder to walk to the library to get a book to do your homework. In the 80s, when the accident happened, I had just turned 13. So at the age of 14, when you're walking to the library, you don't want things that are not there to interact with you or be a distraction, because you don't want to get hit by another car. The head injury I had was from getting hit by a car. So if you see strange occurrences that you know can't be possible, you don't want these distractions to inadvertently cause you to step in front of another car. So I looked for help on my own. I was not interacting with flying dogs and unicorns. I was asking real people. I was asking the school nurse, the school guidance counselor, my parents, about how this was all happening. And these events are in my books. I'm not going to tell the long story because this video is already 5 minutes long. But I do want the researchers of the world who are studying AI psychosis. AI psychosis is really nothing more than regular psychosis. So if I became psychotic watching television, they wouldn't call it television psychosis. If I became psychotic playing a video game, they wouldn't call it World of Warcraft psychosis, you see. It is not the AI. It is the propensity of your brain that if you are not sleeping for many hours, you will become psychotic. Even if you were playing pinochle for 4 days in a row, if you never slept for those entire 4 days. So I hope that I have made this clear. The people who want the reinforced delusion are not the people who seek help on their own.